So Ray, we've produced a number of movies. We've got 180, we've got Evolution versus God, we've got Noah, we've got Audacity, and all of them are unique for different reasons, but there's something extremely different about the Atheist Delusion. You're saying that with one question, basically, you're going to destroy atheism. Is that for real?
Yeah, it sounds too good to be true, but it's not. It really is something I experimented with. I had this one question that I went to universities and asked atheists. I found it's very hard to find atheists in universities, believe it or not. Right. Got to a point I was wondering if they did exist, and I found some. And I asked them this one question, and to my amazement, they changed their minds about the existence of God. So it is for real, and we're excited. It's a high billing to say that. It's setting a high bar.
Well, I thought people are going to hold your feet to the fire with this one.
I mean,
that's an extraordinary claim.
I can handle it.
Yeah. Well, we've gotten feedback already, and it's been so encouraging to see how Christians are walking away saying, this is equipping me.
Yeah.
You know, this is stirring my soul. I'm seeing the effectiveness and the truth of God's word and how we can apply that and use it in people's lives.
Yeah, it's crazy we should even have to search for evidence for God's existence because it's so axiomatic. It's like pointing the sun out on a clear day at noon to somebody.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that God exists, but what this does is put right in the face of atheists evidence that cannot be denied by anyone who's reasonable, even slightly reasonable.
Yeah.
And the word reasonable and atheist are oxymorons, and that's why it was so hard to find ones that would come on camera. But we found them, and it's wonderful to see their change, to look in their eyes and see them computing.
Yeah.
And there's one guy named Andrew. You can actually see into his soul. He's adding up and thinking, and he begins to nod, and that's amazing.
Well, what amazed me with him was the confession he made, and we'll kind of leave that a surprise for people. But yeah, it's one of those golden moments you look at and you say, did he just say that?
Yeah.
You know?
I want to ask you, did you cry when you watched this movie?
Oh. When didn't I cry the hundreds of times I've watched it?
Yeah, I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
And there's Richard makes me cry almost every time. Every time I think of him, I want to pray for him, and tears come to my eyes. And it's just such a powerful thing that he says, the atheist that was furious at Scotty in an open air. And I took him aside and we began talking for 30 minutes. And what a wonderful change. And to have people write to us and say, this just made me tear up.
Yeah. That's one of the most common things we've been getting in our responses. This made me cry, and this is the best movie you guys have ever made.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.